Record. All right, I think we are recording, guys. I just want everybody to be able to see what they need to do. So here is what we're going to do. This is my remind, so don't worry about it. First thing that I want to do is go into the, it's hard to see. Sorry, go into the Google Classroom. You had Spanish 3, Spanish 2, you don't have to worry about this yet, but Spanish 3, you have here leyenda writing. It's due Saturday at 11:59 p.m., which means right before midnight on Saturday. This assignment is due, so you have all week to work on this. And having said that, that means you have to turn in your work through Google Classroom, okay? So the first thing I want to make sure that you know is go to Schoolage. So under Schoolage, here are my classrooms. I'm going to show you just an example. Spanish 4 and 5 are exactly the same. There's no difference. So here under your schedule, I made week 1 available once again, and I reopened all of the quizzes and gave you until the 31st to finish if you didn't finish. So this is the time to do it. After the 31st, I'm not going to open it anymore. But here you should have completed this, so your check mark should be green. That tells me you've completed the folder, you're all set, and I can go in there and start reading your stuff and getting everything done, or giving you credit for it. The next thing that you're going to be working on is writing assignment due Friday, March 21st. So this is what I want you to focus on this week. This second week of quarantine and living at home, this is what you're going to focus on. The writing assignment. This is only Spanish 3, so Destiny, this does not apply to you, okay? You're going to go under leyenda writing. In here, it's just the document that explains to you what you're supposed to be doing for your writing, and this is also in Google Classroom. But because I couldn't figure out a way for everybody to submit their paper on here, you're going to have to type everything up and submit it through Google Classroom. But it gives you a breakdown, which you can simply write it on a separate sheet of paper. You don't have to print this out if you don't have a printer at home. It's not a huge deal. You can also write your paper by hand, or you can type it on your phone. Whatever is easiest for you, whatever way it works for everybody is how I'm accepting it. As long as you turn it into me, I don't care what way you do it, okay? So here is a chart where you guys are going to do your thinking, your breakdown of how you want to start your writing. There are some helpful questions here and what you can start thinking about when you want to write. So I'll give you an example here. ¿Dónde están los personajes? You're going to write on this box right here. Where is the location that you want your characters to be at? Do you want your characters to be located in Spain or in Mexico or whatever it is? So that's how you're going to start your writing. This is just your brainstorming, your thinking, okay? The next thing is the second page here. The second page is the breakdown of how I'm going to be grading this writing. It gives you here everything that I'm going to be looking for, whether you're using the vocabulary. Is your story interesting or boring? Is it funny? You have to make sure that you're using some of the transitions. So in Spanish 2, you should have learned por fin, which is lastly, this is what happens. And there is also a new vocabulary word that we actually did go over in class the week before we left. Does anyone remember what that word was? Actually, 2 of them. 2 new vocabulary words that you learned. Anyone remember? Not you, Destiny, but Spanish 3. This is Josie, Angelina, Robert.
Why am I in here with a whole bunch of Spanish 3 people?
Because you got something that's similar. I'm gonna tell everybody the same thing.
Oh, where's everyone in from our class?
I don't know, Destiny.
I don't know either. Everyone's mute is off. Okay. I'll still watch.
Robert and Ben, Anna, Josie, Angelina, do you guys remember what that vocabulary word was? The 2 words that we learned on how to begin a fairy tale story?
Oh, hace muchos siglos.
Hace muchos siglos or era una vez. Those are the 2 vocabulary words that you guys can use to begin your leyenda. And remember, I'm not looking for quantity, I'm looking for quality, okay? So don't send me a book of 100 pages and there's only gibberish in there. Make sure that you guys are actually putting some really good content in there. That means you're using the vocabulary from the unit that you learned. You're using your preterite and you're using your imperfect, okay? This is what I'm going to be looking for. So
Miss
this
Maloney,
week, mm?
so you posted this beforehand, and me and William both read it, and it said you and your partner. So we thought it was a partner project, and we both did it, and we turned it in.
You already turned it in on there?
Yeah, but it was as both of us doing one story.
That's okay. I can't make you do it in partner because we're not in the classroom and not everybody has contact with everyone. But if you did it, that's completely fine. It's not a big deal. That'll work for me as well, okay?
Ms. Macaroni.
Yes.
So me and Olivia have been talking every day. So could we do ours together?
Of course, yeah. If you have that tool to work with someone else, I'm happy to accept that. And I think that's awesome that you can do that. But I can't grade you if you don't have access to it. It's just not fair. Okay? But if you do, awesome. Just make sure that you're putting both of your names on there so that you can both get credit for what you did. And I know who's already done, who submitted, and who didn't, okay? So Angelina and William, if you guys have already, and I mean, if William is not with you, Angelina, just let him know. You guys are all set then for this week. Throughout this week, I know you can see on here on Remind, you can go here, that's not Remind, sorry. Schoolage. You can go on Schoolage, and I'll go back one more time. If you go under materials, you'll see the week 2 assignment has been made available to you, and this folder is going to be due on the 3rd at midnight. It tells you right here at the bottom, but if you click on it, there isn't much in there yet because the focus of this week is going to be the assignment, and this week ends on the 28th. So keep checking this week too, because I'm going to post the Classroom Zone activities. So Spanish 2, Destiny, if you're still there, and everyone else, you're doing the same thing that you did week 1, but now you're going to do it for lesson 2, or for the last part of it. So for Spanish 3, I'm going to click on your book. We're going to go there, and the same things that you had before is what you're going to do. I don't know if you guys can see everything there. Can you see each other's names on here on the corner? Okay, so you're going to do the same thing for the animated grammar. Now you're going to do preterite of AR verbs and the preterite of ir, ser, aser, ver, and dar. The same thing that you did before. Were to take the notes. Make sure that you send me the notes with highlighted important things. So the same thing that you did before is what you're going to be doing now in the Classroom Zone. You're going to complete everything for, sorry, this was Unit 1 for Upland Assembly. So you are in Unit 4. Sorry, apologize. So
That's for Spanish 3, right?
Yeah, but Destiny, this goes for you as well. You're going to be doing Classroom Zone for Spanish 2, but you're only doing it for your book. Okay, but I'll go over in just a little bit. So Spanish 3, you are going to be making sure here, like I did, I made the mistake and I didn't click on Unit 4, but you're going to click on Unit 4. These 2 were already completed and submitted to me this week. Now this week too, if you're already done with the writing, then you can go ahead and get started with the preterite of cargars are verbs and more verbs of the irregular preterite. That's what you're going to take notes on. Those are the videos you're going to watch for grammar. Then you are going to go home and here, make sure your unit is selected, Unit 4. It gives you everything that you need to do, the flashcards, the self-quiz. You need to complete that and submit it to me the same way that you did last week by a photo. Then you're going to do your culture. There's the culture in the Quadernos, so I'll click on here. Under the culture, I like the other way that they show you. It's more, hold on. It's easier for you to see it. Okay. So if you go here, you're going to click on Unit 4. it gives you the videos. You're going to watch these videos. You're going to read this information and get yourself
Social
prepared with
distancing.
it. Say one more
Yeah,
time.
me and my teacher are too.
Oh, okay. Watch this video,
Sorry, my
read this
son.
article. Watch this video and read the article as well. Same thing here. And then you are done with this culture part. When you are done with this, you are going to go here under this. And you are going to complete the quaderno. If you already did this, you are already set and done. If you submit it to me, most of you already did it. Most of you already did it, right? Do you guys have any questions on what you're doing here on this part?
I do. So if we already did the Mexico part, do we still have to do it again? Or is it like different?
No, it's the same. So if you already
the
did
same.
it, you should be set and done. The only thing that you should be focusing now would be the grammar part. The
Okay.
F, let me go back here, Unit 4. So Unit 4, the animated grammar, you are focusing on these two, the predicate of cargars are verbs and the more verbs with the irregular predicate. That's what you're doing. You are also going to go on to the online review. You're going to do the flashcards and the self-quiz for the second lesson, so lesson 2.
Okay.
And go ahead, Anna.
The flashcards, I've tried it and it's been just a blank screen. Like they will not load.
There could be various things, Anna. It could be maybe that you don't have the system that the flashcards work on, or maybe the internet is down. I know that I had an issue with the internet going down too for me here, especially this morning, or sometimes going slow because there's so many people using these systems this week and lately. So it's just too much for the internet to take. But that's okay if it's not working, Anna. Just take your time with it and keep trying later on in the day or during a time of the day that you don't think many people are on.
Okay.
Sometimes that so this is the same way that you did this past week. I'm not changing much at all. You're going to submit it to me just the way you did before. I will give you the thumbs up key, let you know I received it. I will grade it and give you a credit for it, okay? You don't have to do the home tutor unless you want to. I don't think many of you will have access to it because our school didn't give us access to this. But you have me that you can do that. So if you need help with anything, you can do that. You're going to do conjugamos with those two that you learned here in the animated grammar, Unit 4. So right here, the cargars are verbs. You're doing that here on the conjugamos. Make sure it's the predicate of those verbs. Same thing here. And this is for Spanish 3 again. For Spanish 2, you're going to do for yours. And then that should be all. You should be all set with Classroom Zone after you turned everything in, okay?
When is this due?
This is all due once again under week 2 assignments. So I will be posting this video. I'm recording everything that I'm saying here to you guys and your questions under week 2. So right now, if I click on week 2 assignments, there's nothing there because I'm explaining to you right now, this is what you're doing, Classroom Zone. So the same thing that I did for you last week where I gave you the PDF document with everything that you needed to submit in the video, I will be doing it again. But now you're doing it for lesson 2.
So for Spanish 2 then,
For
do we
Spanish
do
2, it's the same thing.
the Unit 4 too?
No, your Unit 7.
Wait, 7 still, okay.
Yeah, your Unit 7,
Gotcha.
lesson 2 this week, okay?
Alright.
So I'm gonna go back here one more time. Please make sure that you are watching for the due dates here this week. The due date here, as you can see, and I pointed it out for you on the title, is the 28th of March. Make sure that you are looking at that. This is where I want you to submit by the 28th. Now, where are you going to submit it? Does anyone remember?
Google Classroom.
Google Classroom, that is correct. So you are going to go here or in Google Classroom. It is in both places to submit the brainstorming and the writing itself. To see the document. But to submit, you have to submit through Google Classroom, okay? So once you're done with that, by the 28th, I give you even an extra day here just in case. The 29th at 11:59. Then you can start with week 2 and get that done because you have until the 3rd of April to submit all of the classroom zone assignments. And on April 4th is your spring break. That's when you guys start your spring break, right? So I'm not going to be asking you to do anything after April 3rd. Okay, unless the school directs me to do so. But as of right now, we are scheduled to have our spring break starting on the 3rd. Okay?
Miss
Yes.
So I'm still not understanding, like, where did you go to get to Classroom Zone, though?
Where do I go to Classroom Zone? Okay, so I haven't posted yet on there because I'm doing this video with you guys right now. But if you went to week 1, I gave you the link right here. And that's the same thing that I'm going to do for week 2. I'm going to give you the link, and then you're going to have a quiz for the vocabulary and the grammars that you're learning. Everything that's new, you're going to have a quiz for it, just a few points. But right now, as of today, this moment, there's nothing yet there because I'm doing this video to show you what you need to do first.
Okay.
So on week 2 assignment folder, I'm going to give you the link to Google Class or to the Classroom Zone, which is this website right here that you can see at the top. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I have that link already open on my computer to show you, but I'm going to put a link here for you just like I did in week 2. I'm going to also give you the PDF for it, and I will make the quizzes available. I will make all of the quizzes and everything for week 2 assignment folder available until the 3rd and no later than the 3rd. Because on the 3rd, once again, you're going to start your spring break and I don't want anybody working, okay? I want you to enjoy your time off. I know this has been really stressful for everyone, so.
This spring break is about to be horrible.
Yeah, just work hard, get these things done until then, and then enjoy your week off. And hopefully we'll go back to normal after spring break week, okay?
Okay.
Any questions for me? This is the time for you to chit chat with me. Tell me suggestions, comments, how you feel, whatever.
Was the grammar quiz that was set for yesterday for lesson 1, was that gotten rid of? Because I tried to take it on Friday, but it wouldn't let me take it until like Sunday. And then I went to take it on Sunday and then it wasn't there.
Yeah, it didn't let me take it at all.
Yeah, I understand that. I had put a date on there for you guys to have it done by Friday at midnight. And for some reason, I don't think you saw the date, but I made it available until the 31st. So you have until the 31st, starting today, as of this morning, to go ahead and go and complete it, okay?
All right.
So I made it available to everyone once again. If you have time right now as you are on the video, go ahead and try and see if it is available. And don't click on it, obviously. Don't try to take it right now as we're chit-chatting. Take your time with it. But just know that every quiz is going to be timed. And I'm always going to give you 2 minutes per question. The reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want to give you the opportunity to be looking things up. Just like in our classroom, this is the time for you to show me what you've learned and not what the book tells you, okay?
Is it a Parema day?
Angelina, go ahead first. Nevaeh, you can go after Angelina. Go ahead.
Okay. With the quiz, I took only the vocab because the grammar was weird or whatever, and it felt weird because I was fine with the time, but I couldn't go back after I'd done the question. And on one of the questions, as soon as I clicked it, I knew I clicked the wrong answer and it went to the next question. And I just couldn't go back to the past questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made it that way because I didn't want you guys to go back and forth, but I realize it is different for you guys. So for this next quiz, I'll make sure that you are able to go back and forth so that you guys can look at it. I think it would be easier for you to be able to go back and look and change your answer if you changed your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will note that. I will make sure to for from this week on, I'm not changing the last quiz. It is what it is. Just know also, you guys, during this time, I'm obviously not going to be grading anyone harshly at all. I'm giving you credit for what you're doing, but I understand the circumstances and I understand this is all very different for everyone. So know that I'm not here to hinder your grade whatsoever. We're just trying our very best to keep everything as normal as we can. But I will make sure for this week on to make your quizzes more available to you. Like Angelina was mentioning, being able to go back and forth is probably more useful to you. So I'll make sure to do that, okay?
I went to Miss McAloney. I went to go check for the grammar quiz,
Mhm.
and it still says it's not accepting submissions.
Okay, and this is Josie, right, Josie?
Yeah.
Josie, remind me,
Yes.
you're in 5th hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, let me see if I can, how do we do this? I'm going to stop my sharing real quick because I want to be able to see everybody's name and I want to keep it confidential. So, can you see my face?
Yes.
Okay, let me just check here. So, Josie, I'm going to check on you first, and then everyone else, if you have an issue with it, let me know. Josie, you said specifically the grammar one or the vocab one?
I already did the vocab one. I just need the grammar one.
The grammar, okay. All right, let me double check. Josie. Yeah, I don't have a submission for you at all, so I'm not sure why it's doing that. And it's telling me it's available.
Yeah, it's telling me it's not available.
Submission disabled. Why? Let's see. No, I don't want to do that. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just making sure this works.
Miss Macaroni, is that all that I need to know?
It is all, Anna. You are free to go if you don't have any questions for me and you understand what you need to do. You're free to go, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Adios.
Bye.
Josie, can you, do you have a button to be able to share your screen with me over there on your video so that I can see what you're looking at? Because here, I show everything is available.
Let's see. How would you do that?
Share
The content. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
try that.
then to what? There's all kinds of options.
Share screen would be one.
Okay. There. Can you see anything?
No, I can't see anything.
Okay. Can you see anything now?
No, I don't.
No.
Mm-mm.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't.
Don't know. Let me try one more thing here on my end then real quick. I'm gonna go because I already posted everything to fourth hour and then I copied into your classroom. Maybe I need to go in there and check, make sure. Yeah, it's telling me that it's available until the 31st. Let me see. Check the grammar. Available until the 31st.
The
Yeah,
grammar one is not working either.
if you go right there right now, it's not working for you.
No. Like it shows that it's available to the 31st, but when you click on it to take it, it says it's not taking any more submissions.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't understand. That's weird. Submission disabled. Why? Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I want to know why. I guess I will work on that, and as soon as I get this available to you guys, I will make sure that you know. I'll send you a reminder letting you know, hey, the quiz is available. For now, don't worry about it until you receive further notice from me, okay? Just keep up the great work that you guys are doing, and we're not going to worry about this too much. It's just a quiz, and worst comes to worst, we'll just have to wait until we come back and do it then, okay?
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so forgive me, and I'm learning as you are too, and we'll make this work to the best that we can, and we'll see how this goes, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll work on my end and see if I get this working for you, and if not, we'll just have to wait until we get back, okay?
Okay.
Any other questions for me, anyone? We know what we're doing?
Mhm.
Okay, well, if you are all set, just wait for my reminder messages and letting me know in regards to the quiz for week 1 to make sure that's available to you. And just to run over what we just talked today, what you're going to be focusing on this week is the writing that's due on the 28th. If you're done with that, then you can start week 2. Don't go to week 2 until you're done with your writing. In week 2, you are going to be working on the classroom zone assignments. That means the 2 videos that you have to watch for lesson 2, the flashcards, the self quiz, and the culture and the notes. Make sure you send me a copy of your notes as well. Everything that you do, you have to show me. That's the only way that I know you've done it, since I'm not there with you, is that you send me a photo of it, and that's it, okay? All right, well, if you guys are all set and done, you are welcome to go and enjoy the rest of your week. And hasta luego.